Today is Tuesday, the 15th of August, and I'm coming to you with video number, oh goodness, I think we might be on 14 or 15. I'll have to double check. Anyway, I'm Kathleen. This is Kathleen's Trodden Trail, and just coming to you here the week before we leave to go take my son, who is my middle child, off to college. And so I don't think I'll be posting a video next week. So I thought I would do a quick video today, and I actually may end up doing two videos. I've had lots of recommendations about my inability to do a video longer than 15 minutes and post it to YouTube. And I actually have verified my YouTube subscription and done all of that stuff that you're supposed to be able to do longer videos, and it still will not let me upload a video longer than 15 minutes unless I do it from my daughter's Apple computer. So it's just easier for me to use my iPad and do 15-minute videos, so that's kind of what I'm going to stick to for now. I think today I do have quite a bit to show you, so I think today I may end up doing two 15-minute videos, especially since I won't video next week. Although I have so much fun watching everybody's vlogs when they travel, and I know that McKenna has done a couple of vlogs, and just various people have. So I thought I might do a bit of a vlog video, maybe just a little bit, and include the family, so you can meet the mister and the kids, at least two of the kids. We'll see how that works out. Maybe show you Ryan's dorm room or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what's been going on. It's been a little hectic, but in a different way. It seems like everybody's been busy except for me, and I've been sort of busy at home, you know, doing laundry and cleaning and making meals and getting things ready. The cat is attacking my my stash of things over here to show you. But anyway, I've had a lot of time to do a lot of stitching, so I have definitely done that. I don't have any finishes, I'm sad to report. Mostly because I'm just working on too many different projects at the same time, and I just have a really hard time sticking to just one thing. So we decided that's just kind of the way I roll, and I'm gonna stick to it. I love seeing, and I'm so inspired always by the people who do one or two projects at a time, like McKenna, and get them done. That's awesome. And I always have that intent, and then something else calls me. And you know, I sort of think this is my hobby. There are a lot of things that I have to do. So this is my hobby, and I'm going to do it the way that it brings me the most joy, which is switching projects, sometimes every couple hours. Who knows? Anyway, let's just go ahead, and you're here for stitching. Let's just go ahead and get started on stitching. I had mentioned in my last video that Main Street, Country Cottage Needleworks Main Street was calling to me, and I had only put a few stitches in it of the border when I very first kitted it up, and then it had been sitting, and it had been calling to me for some time. Vanna is working on it, and it seems like several other people that I see on Stitch Mania are working on it, and it's really a lovely piece. It's kind of not my bag. I'm not a huge building person. I struggle doing big sections of houses with the same color, and it seems like my counting is always off, and you know, one thing or another. But I loved this series so much because of one building. So it's Main Street, right? So it's all the buildings on Main Street, and I don't know, it looks sort of maybe like 1950-ish to me, kind of the buildings, but it's sort of the typical country cottage needlework buildings. Excuse me just a second. Right. This is my necessary cup of coffee this morning. Typically I drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning, one when I first get up, black, no cream, no sugar. And then when I finish that, or when I finish my work, I usually have a second cup that will have cream and just a little bit of stevia in it. But this morning, knowing I was going to do a video, I decided to hold off. I've seen lots of things about drinking or not drinking, or different comments about people, how people should or shouldn't do their videos. And here's my just really quick take on that. The videos are, everybody has a different reason for doing the videos. My number one reason is the connection with other people that I wouldn't otherwise get to meet. And it has been so much fun getting to meet people as far away as Germany and Holland, Sylvia in Germany and Ingeborg. It's so neat. It's so neat getting advice on stitching. It's just so neat having that sort of connection where you can talk to people about a shared interest. And to me, a video is like sitting down and having a chat with a friend, where the friend just talks for a solid hour, and you maybe don't get a word in edgewise until you do your comments. But I personally, if people want to wear sequins and high heels while they're doing their videos, or if they would prefer to cook while they're doing their videos, wearing maybe potentially nothing, McKenna, or if they want to have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or a beer, or if they prefer to not have anything, however people want to do their videos is fine. And if folks are turned off or don't like the way people are doing their videos, then don't watch those videos. Don't watch that person. So I was telling Ingeborg the other day that I personally love it when she has a cup of coffee, although it makes me crave coffee. And it seems like I always watch her at night, late at night, and I can't drink coffee late at night. But I'm always sitting there thinking, oh, I want a cup of coffee. So anyway, that's just an aside. So anyway, the Main Street is a series of buildings by Country Cottage Needleworks, and the building that hooked me was, of course, the bookstore. And so this is the bookstore. I'm not even to it yet. It's the second in the series. And it's just got some sweet little details in it. These aren't difficult patterns. They're very simple, as you can see. But, I don't know, I just love that little yellow bookstore. I grew up in Denver, and in Denver there is a bookstore that, when I was growing up, it's not a chain. I don't think it's a chain. I don't know if it has since become a chain, but it was called the Tattered Cover Bookstore. And when I was growing up, it was in kind of Old Town Denver. And it was bigger than this, but it was kind of that type of a building. It was just in a really old, kind of musty, I don't know, it was the greatest bookstore ever. I know they've expanded and they're a lot bigger now, and they have been for some time, but anyway, the Tattered Cover was one of the things that drew me to books and made me such a huge book lover. So anyway, I did work on Main Street this week. I frogged. I don't know. I struggle with buildings, you guys. I just do. Here's my start on, this is actually the flower shop, which looks like this. I'm sure you all have seen this. That's the flower shop, Main Street Flower Shop, which looks like this. Vanna did hers. Instead of doing the light over here, the street light, she put a bicycle in, and it looks really cute. So I frogged this so many times, and then realized that I had started one row in over here after I put the flowers in. So my flowers are off by one column, one stitch column-wise this direction, and you can kind of see that they're not perfectly centered under the windows, but it is what it is. I frogged it enough times. It's fine. It's just fine. And I can't even tell you how long it took me just to do this much. This is the beginning of Vanna's border that she charted and shared freebie. You can find it on her her blog at The Twisted Stitcher. it's a beautiful border, and it was another reason why I wanted to do this was the border. So I got a little bit of work done. You know, for looking fairly simple, it's not that simple of a pattern, at least for me. And sometimes I'm doing these things and I just feel like an idiot. I just think, how, just dumb. I don't know. This is a McKenna Sincere Stitches needle minder. I love this needle minder. I love this needle minder. It's, man, the needle, McKenna's needle minders are really strong, and I like that because I am forever losing needles around here. My family hates me because I think every single person in my family has stepped on or sat on a needle at some point in time. Last week, so I worked on that, I think, Saturday morning before I moved on to a different project, or Friday morning before I moved on to a different project. Last week, I worked on Snowflower Diaries June. So Snowflower Diaries June, I think that's right, is a bear. This is a SAL. This is a monthly SAL that is free on the Snowflower Diaries website. It's called Joyful World, and each month is a different animal. Now, this is June, but I think this, to me, I don't know why, but I feel like that's August. I forgot to bring it, but then we went to Barnes & Noble with the kids for one quick thing on Friday, and I ended up spending $200 on books and journals and, you know, just things that we saw that we liked. I love the bookstore. But I bought the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue, and there I marked several. I found several, quite a few. So I marked them with a sticky and then had Maddie go through and pick out one that she wanted me to do. And this is the one that she picked out, and it says, it's so cute. It is, it's called A Haunting Household, and it says, a witch and her little monsters live here with one handsome devil. Now, I really thought about leaving the with one handsome devil off just because I don't think that's how my husband sees himself at all. I definitely see myself as a witch sometimes, and my children are definitely little monsters, even though they're not little anymore. Anyway, I thought it was cute. I did change the colors just a little bit. The words, of course, went pretty quickly until I started stitching late and then made mistakes and had a frog. I used a piece of fabric that I dyed myself a while back for a different project, and then it turned out too dark. So it's just, I don't even know what this is. I mean, it's a piece of linen, but... So I turned the witch. I used that green. This is all DMC. This is the DMC variegated, and I love the way monsters turned out. So almost done. The words down here towards the bottom, sorry this is so wrinkled, are they're one stitch too tall. And I just figured that out right before I stopped working on this yesterday and decided, oh well, I'm just gonna leave it. So anyway, okay, I'm almost to 15, so I'm gonna end here. And then you can go ahead and go over to video 2.